Alright, I do apologize for the video uploading much later than I normally would. Something that came up, and I was not able to make this video right away. But regardless, I'm here now, and we're gonna talk about this game, where we won this game, 45-15 against the Washington Commanders. This was a pretty easy win. Pretty shameful. So with this win, for the first time since 2001, we are 9-3, 9-3 of the season, and that guarantees us a winning season. So we clinched the winning season for the fourth or fifth time in a row. Let's see, there was 2020, 2021, 2022, fourth time in a row. Pretty amazing, pretty awesome. And then there were some historic things that happened with Tyreek Hill alone, and I think that didn't happen since 1971, I think. So there were some historic things going on. Before we talked about this game, I'm sure you heard the news. We have signed Jason Pierre-Paul to the practice squad in trying to fill in the gap for Jalen Phillips, because in case you didn't hear so already, which we had to by now, he's done for the year. And I think unfortunately this was expected with the god-awful turf that the Jets and Giants just refused to fix. But regardless, we need to fill in for that, and Pierre-Paul was a perfect fit for it. Did he play in this game? No, he did not. But somebody else played for Jalen Phillips, and he was a monster today. So anyway, let's break this game down. I don't want to make this way too long because frankly, this shouldn't take a much longer video. I see that now with my previous football videos. Those previous football videos were long videos, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to skip ahead of the punts, and we're going to talk about the meaningful possessions, because there are some possessions that ended in downs or a field goal or something else. Now with this, Washington starts off the game, and they ended their drive with the punt. Now before they got off the punt, there was a pass to Dotson for 12 yards that ended up being a completed pass. Did I think he was out of bounds? It's too hard to tell. I personally thought he was out of bounds, but referees said call stands. It's a completed catch. So Mike McDaniel didn't, just once again losing the challenge. But to be fair, that was a good challenge. That was a good challenge. It just I would have challenged the same thing too. But since then the defense came up alive, and we have shut them down. All right, next up, the Dolphins starts off after the punt. Tua pass right to Jalen Waddle for 5 yards. Good start there. 2nd and 5. Mostert goes up the right side for 3 yards. 3rd and 3. Oh my goodness. Now last week, there was the longest defensive play probably in franchise history with Javon Holland, a 99-yard pick six. Well, now we can say this is the longest offensive play of the season. Tua pass to Tyreek Hill, completely burning the Commanders. They burned them. Him burning the Commanders. Tyreek Hill to the house. Touchdown, Dolphins. Wow, beautiful stuff there. Absolutely. And now we lead 7-0. 78 yards. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing stuff. Commanders next, and they had a 3-and-out. Howell got sacked on 3rd and 7, split by Bradley Chop and Sealer. Then it's our possession. To a pass right to pass is incomplete to Tyreek Hill. He ends up getting hurt. In that play. I think he ended up going some wrong. I don't know. No, it's not the wrong direction, but I think his ankle got caught in that turf, and that got him hurt for a little bit. But he managed to get back in the game, so nothing crazy there. And pass the middle to Achan. Welcome back, Davon Achan. He gets it for 6 yards. And 3rd and 4, pass short right to Jalen Waddle for 16 yards. Beautiful stuff there. Mostert next goes up the left side for 12 yards. That's another first down. Mostert gets hit with a tackle, lose of 4 yards. 2nd and 14, pass short to Ingle, loss of 3. 3rd and 17, pass right to Jalen Waddle for 12 yards. 4th and 5, Jason Sanders with a 49-yard field goal, and he converts it. It's now 10-0 Miami. So great stuff there. Absolutely good stuff there. All right, so next up, it's another 3 and out for Washington. So not much to say there. So let's see. Can I see this real quick? Yeah. So we're gonna talk about this player in a minute. As the Dolphins were forced a 3 and out. There's one point we have to bring up this play. Pass incomplete deep middle for Jalen Waddle. He was wide open and he didn't catch the football. That is a catchable football. You gotta make that catch. You just gotta make that catch. And then a couple plays later, A-Chain loses 7 yards. Actually, it's a play after that. Another play after that, we freaking lose 6 more yards. It was a horrible drive. So not much to say there. It's a 3 and out. But then the very next play, Washington throws an interception. It is not just an average interception. It is a middle linebacker interception, pick 6 for the 2nd straight week. We have a pick 6. Samuel Howell, intended for Dodson, gets picked off by this man, who was just everywhere on the pass rush. Andrew Van Ginkel. For 33 yards, he picks off Howell, and he was gone. Pick 6 for the Miami Dolphins. Beautiful stuff there, Van Ginkel. Oh my goodness, awesome stuff there. So after that touchdown, we were up 17-7. Then next up, and 17-7 is the after this touchdown. So 17-0, because this next drive is a touchdown by Washington. We'll talk about that. So 17 points in the first quarter alone. So Robinson, now we're talking about Washington drive next. Robinson goes up the right for 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Sorry. Robinson goes up the right for 7 yards. That would end the first quarter. Howell then gets sacked by Emmanuel Agba. So great sack there. And then Robinson goes out the right, just completely misses the defender. Actually, he kind of avoided a tackle. Goes up for 29 yards after a 6-yard sack. Gibson then goes up the right for 3 yards. Tackle by Van Ginkel. 2nd and 7. Pass is incomplete to McLaurin. 3rd and 7. Pass deep right for Samuel. Push at the Miami 1, 33 yards. And while he didn't get this touchdown, Brandon Jones comes in to make that stop. However, Jerome Baker was trying to make that same play. And Brandon Jones, while he was trying to make the play, he ends up making the play in the wrong player, his own teammate. He ends up accidentally tackling his own teammate's leg. Jerome Baker's leg got hurt. He would remain out for the rest of the game after that. So I'm hoping that Jerome Baker's okay, and hopefully it's nothing serious, because this Dolphins team is already beaten up with injuries, especially on the offensive line and the defensive front. We don't need more injuries like that again. So please, I hope he's doing okay. First and goal, Robinson goes up the left for no gain, so good stop there by Bradley Chubb and Duke Riley. Second and goal, there would be a touchdown by Brown. However, he did not break the plane. So it would be third and goal. Howell would rush in himself for a touchdown, and that was clear as day. Clear as day touchdown. There would be a penalty on Miami, but that would be enforced on the kickoff. So then now it would be 17-7. The next drive is the Miami Dolphins. Mostert goes up the right for 6 yards. Second and fourth, Tyreek Hill make that rush play on the right side. That was a nice run there by Hill. That'll be good enough for the first down. First 10, pass incomplete to Jalen Waddle. Just you gotta make that catch. Just come on. Second and 10. Tua pass short middle for Achane for 3 yards. Third and seven. Oh my gosh. Tyreek Hill did it again. He did it again after 78 yards with a few more plus in between. Tua pass deep for Tyreek Hill again for 60 yards. And he takes it to the house. Tyreek Hill not only burned the defense once, but twice. He burned them twice. And the score, with the response score from the Dolphins, 24-7. Unbelievable. So Washington would get the next possession, as Howell would go up the right for 4 yards. Second and 6, Rodriguez goes left for 3 yards. Third and 3, after the timeout, Howell goes deep left for Samuel. That will be 25 yards. First and 10, pass incomplete to Dotson. Second and 10, another sack from the Miami's defense. It's Sealer sacking Howell for 7 yards. Third and 7, pass short left for Gibson. There will be a fumble play by Duke Riley, and it was recovered by Washington. So there was a fumble, but they picked it back up. The next drive is the Miami Dolphins drive. Mostert goes up the left for 9 yards. Second and 1, Mostert goes up the right for 6 yards. So good stuff there. That's a first down. Mostert then goes left for a loss of yard. Second 11, Achane on the shotgun formation goes left for 5 yards. Third and 6, pass deep middle for Tyreek Hill for 20 yards. First down, Achane. Achane goes for 3 yards. Second and 7. That will be after the 2-minute warning. Passes incomplete to Jalen Waddle. However, there was a penalty on Washington. It's on Jutz for pass interference, 16 yards. That goes up to Washington 18. So Tyreek Hill off the shotgun formation loses 10 yards. So good defensive play by Martin. Second and 20. So Washington will use their timeout to try to use up some clock, try to save some time, so that if we go down on downs or kick a field goal or something, they would have time to get their possession out in time. Second and 20, pass short right for Mostert for 8 yards. Washington would use their final timeout at the half. Third and 12, pass short up the middle for Jalen Waddle for 16 yards. And they would get the first down. And Washington, without using timeouts, we have all the opportunities in the world to either capitalize it with a touchdown or kick a field goal. Let's see what happens here. Mostert goes up the left for 3 yards. Miami will use their timeout. And then Mostert on the Washington 1 goes up the left, and he sneaks through. Touchdown, Dolphins. It is now 31-7 in the half. Beautiful stuff there. So after that, there was a couple of plays. It was an incomplete pass to Samuel. Van Kiko was right there. Second and 10, Gibson just rushed for 3 yards. That would end the first half. So now Miami will get the football, and considering the Dolphins get the football back after the second quarter, it was crucial to get that touchdown, and they did. Let's see what happens when they start the third quarter. So Mostert starting the third quarter with a rush. That's 5 yards. Second and 5, Mostert again goes up for 3 yards. 3rd and 2. What does Tua do? Passing to Tyreek Hill for 5 yards. That's good for the first. 1st and 10. Pass right to Achane for 21 yards. Beautiful stuff. 1st and 10. Achane goes up the right for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Tua pass right to River Craycraft for left rather, not right. Pass left for Craycraft for 13 yards. That's plenty good for the first. Nice catch there. Then that's a first down. 1st and 10. Pass right to Waddle for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Pass right for Julian Hill. That's his 3rd catch of the year. At this point, he got for 18 yards. A great play there by the rookie. And then 1st and goal, Achane rushes in for the touchdown for 4 yards. Awesome stuff there. Absolutely made stuff there. There were some penalties on the defense that would be enforced in between down. So 4 straight possessions or 4 straight drives or 4 straight times Miami would score a touchdown. And it started off with that Van Ginkel pick 6. So now Washington would get their possession. Gibson would go up the left for 6 yards. 2nd and 4, Howell pass deep right for Antonio Gibson for 32 yards. You just can't let that happen. Gibson then goes up the right for 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Rodriguez goes up the right for 4 yards. 3rd and 4, Howell pass short left for Dotson for 11 yards. That's good for the first down, plenty. 1st and 10, pass is incomplete to McLaurin. 2nd and 10, Gibson goes up the left for 2 yards. 3rd and 8, pass short right for Gibson for 5 yards. They will not convert it. 4th and 3, they had to go for it because they are down this many points. And Howell, finding himself some lane, scrambles up the middle for 13 yards. He gets himself a touchdown. Then they would go for a 2-point conversion, and then Howell pass to Thomas for in the end zone. Pass is complete, and they get the 2-point conversion. At this point, it's 38-15. All right, now the Dolphins get the football there. I don't have much to say about this one because it is a 3-and-out. There was a holding call on Julian Hill for 10 yards, and not much there. There was a couple incomplete passes. Moving on. Then Washington would get the football back. Howell goes up the left for Antonio Gibson for 6 yards. 2nd and 4, Gibson goes up the middle for a yard. 3rd and 3, Rodriguez goes up the right for 15 yards. So complete open lane. 1st and 10, Howell pass incomplete, just nobody's there. 2nd and 10, Gibson goes up the left for no gain. That will end the 3rd quarter, actually. 3rd and 10, Howell pass short left for Turner for 2 yards. 4th and 8, Sly for 53 yards. He kicks it, and that just went right. That just went to the right. The kick was no good. He misses it, and it just barely misses to the upright. So the weather was a little bit of an impact, but not too much. Really in Landover, Maryland, it was just fog. It was just foggy. So maybe the turf in the field was a little bit wet. So maybe that the grip might be the big impact there. But regardless, that field goal went to the right, and there was not much going there. So they missed the field goal, and the score will remain 30-15. So the Dolphins would get the football back. What do? Achane goes up the left for 7 yards. 2nd and 3, pass short right for Julian Hill for 5 yards. Nice play there. 1st and 10, Achane goes up the left for 3 yards. 2nd and 7, Achane goes up the middle for 2 yards. 3rd and 5, pass is incomplete to Waddle, and there was a punt. So not much there. And speaking of punt, Washington gets caught in the 3-and-out, and there was not much to say about it. So not much to say about that one as we go back to the Dolphin drive. At this point, Mike McDaniel said, Tua, don't play another play. Do not play another snap because you're coming off. The lead is too big. We want you safe for the next game against Tennessee Titans on Monday night. So So for him, they pulled Tua and put in Mike White for the rest of the game. And for this play, it's been mostly running game, and good idea to do so too, because this drive took a chunk out of that clock of the fourth quarter. It took 7 to 15 minutes. It's been mostly a running game, and most of them were from Devon Achane, Jeff Wilson. So we're gonna skip ahead to the Washington side. Now there was a fourth down play, but Wilson goes up the right for 6 yards. So we're gonna skip ahead a little bit because Achane has been running the football a lot in this drive, a lot. And then next is Wilson, and then Achane will come back. So first and goal, Wilson goes up the right for 1 yard. Second and goal, Achane up the left for 2 yards. Third and goal, Mike White pass short for Craycraft for 3 yards. So then it would be a fourth down, 2-minute warning at this point. One place, and they elected to go for it. Achane carries the football. If wherever they make it or not, it doesn't matter. But Achane carried the football. He did make it. Touchdown Dolphins to make it 45-15, and that is your game. Absolutely amazing stuff there. Now Washington would get the ball one more time, and all those times they were tackled down, and they were just running. They just run the football to milk the clock because that's it. The lead is too big, and there's less time left. So they just waved the white flag and said, "That's it. We're just gonna give up." So Rodriguez would do the next 3 snaps, and the clock went down to 0. So amazing performance against the Washington Commanders. We are now 9-3 of the season. That clinches the winning season. And for the first time since 2001, we have a winning record, and we are 9-3. Amazing stuff there. Now for the box score, comparing quarterbacks, Tua, 18 for 24, 280 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Both of them were Tyreek Hill's opportunity. And he did not get sacked at all. At all. So, even though it was a short-staffed offensive line, they did a really nice job today against Washington. Sam Howell, 12 for 23, 127 yards. He did not throw a touchdown pass, but he did get himself a rushing touchdown and 2. He was picked off once, and that was the Van Ginkel pick 6. Miami's rushing is no surprise there. 2 running backs got a touchdown. One of them was having a double dice. Achane with 17 carries, 73 yards, and 2 touchdown passes, while Mostert got 11 carries, 43 yards, and 1 touchdown rushing. Now for Washington, Brian Robinson Jr. just 7 carries, 53 yards. Antonio Gibson as well, 10 carries and 35 yards. Chris Rodriguez. But for Howell himself, he got himself 2 touchdown passes. So there's that, and he got 2-point conversion going to Logan Thomas. For my receiving, I mean, really, do I really have to say much about Tyreek Hill? 5 receptions, 157 yards in total. I think 152 of those came from the first half. Those were the 78-yard bomb and 60-yard bomb for the touchdown. His longest was 78 yards that went to the house. Jalen Waddle also had himself a pretty decent game as well. But the couple of drops that he has to work better on those. Sorry to say. Achane, a couple of receivings for 30 yards. Julian Hill got himself some catches. 18 yards was the longest. And River Craycraft got himself a couple of catches. So nice stuff there. For Washington, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson stand out. Jahan Dotson would stand out as well for them. Gibson would fumble the football, but then he would recover right back. For Miami's defense, I mean, really, do I really have to give out who was the best player of the defense today? It's Andrew Van Ginkel. Come on, that is so obvious to say for the defense. He got himself a few tackles. He got himself a pick 6, and he nearly got a sack. But he made some really nice tackles against Howell after he was trying to rush up. Now I don't talk much about the attendance because they would a lot, for the most part, pack out. But I want to bring this up real quick. 63,459 in attendance in Landover, Maryland, in FedEx Field. Well, I think it's called FedEx Field now. I think they have a different name, but that's what this thing is saying, FedEx Field. A lot of those people in the game were Dolphin fans, so it was a DC takeover. It feels like it's Hard Rock Stadium up in Washington D.C. Our Northern Hard Rock Stadium, North Hard Rock Stadium, because it really is. It really is. The Washington Commanders team is not that great, so I don't think they want to go to their games. But it took us an opportunity to support our team on the road, and they packed out. It was awesome to see. Awesome to see there. But anyway, there you go. That's going to do it for this video. Buffalo was on bye week, so we are 3 games ahead of them, and we still have a couple of games in our favor. Now, obviously, it could be a trap game for Tennessee on Monday night next week. That's why we need to stay vigilant. So, we need to stay ahead, and now that the Chiefs are still ahead of us, and actually, I think they lost today. Yeah, they lost tonight. They lost to the Packers. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's shocking. I'm not saying anymore. Anyway, there you go. That's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content. Let's enjoy being first in the AFC for now, because who knows what might happen tomorrow with Jacksonville. That's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the fair entertainment you deserve. Enjoy the couple of nights off, because we're going back to sports on Wednesday. So, and I do apologize for a late upload, but at least I'm getting it done out there right now. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. And I'll see you guys Wednesday. Good night, everybody.